Today, let's talk about the touching story. This guy carries his emotions along the way, and Toxie can see it right away. But Toxie didn't want to pry, taking Mike straight to a luxury store with prices that made hearts race. Mike just shook his head, saying he wasn't into it. He chose a discounted outfit, leaving Toxie heartbroken. That night, she asked Mike if he wanted to stay. Hearing this, Toxie felt warm inside, and the next day, he cleared out a room for Mike, even bought him a big bed. Mike cautiously asked, "Is this for me?" And Toxie's heart ached, rushing to the next room, fighting back tears. It's hard to imagine what this kid has been through in his childhood. After much thought, he decided to adopt Mike and give him a. However, news of a black boy moving into a white family's house spread fast in social circles, and some wealthy ladies gathered to mock Toxie's choice. A lady asked, "Hey, your daughter's so pretty. Aren't you afraid the black boy will do something odd?" Toxie's face darkened. "Guys are just ridiculous." The gathering ended poorly, but once home, Toxie still asked his daughter's opinion. Although he didn't outright buzz, his face screamed discomfort because the rumors from classmates made him feel like he was on a bad trip. The next day, his sister saw Mike play with kids and realized he deserved kindness. At the library, Mike avoided his sister to avoid trouble. She saw classmates staring like he was an alien. Realizing the need to protect family, the sister boldly sat next to Mike, making him curiously uneasy. By the way, Mike could go to school with his sister because of their coach. The basketball coach seemed trustworthy. The first time he saw Mike play, he was drawn in by his physique and agility. This kid could be a future basketball star, but the coach quickly realized he made a big mistake. Mike's IQ was, well, let's say a bit low. He couldn't grasp basketball techniques or rules, which drove the coach crazy. On the court, he wouldn't even attack. He would just carry the opponent around, making the coach grit his teeth in frustration. The coach thought kids from the hood were usually rough, but Mike was like a well-behaved little lamb. To protect his family, he worked hard to help Mike truly understand the sport. The coach used all kinds of spices to demonstrate strategies and custom-made training plans to enhance Mike's speed and endurance. He personally took Mike to build arm strength. One day, Mike told his mom he wanted a license, puzzling Toxie. "You don't even have a car. What's the use of a license?" Mike finally voiced his real thoughts, leaving Toxie speechless. Toxie didn't just want Mike to stay, he aimed to give him a legally recognized home, rushing to adopt him the next day. Then he found out Mike's tragic childhood from the files. His mother was a recluse and had given birth to over a dozen kids, all adopted out. When Mike was 7, he was forcibly taken from his mother, and now his custody belonged to the government. As long as Toxie signed the adoption agreement, they didn't even need to notify Mike's birth mother, but he decided to visit her anyway. She looked extremely haggard upon learning that Mike was adopted by a white guy who didn't want government assistance. Her eyes filled with tears. She told Toxie that Mike was a runaway and also a favorite. She asked him to be understanding if he ever went missing. She had known that no matter where Mike was sent, he always foolishly returned to care for her. Seeing someone truly caring for Mike, she felt a mix of relief, shame, and sorrow. As a mom, Toxie understood her feelings completely and comforted her. "I'll surely be a great mom to Mike. Do you love him?" "No, not like this." Once home, Toxie immediately called a family meeting. He formally asked Mike if he wanted to join the family. Mike looked confused, glancing at his sister and then his brother, saying, "I think." Thus, Mike officially became part of the family, and soon he received his first legitimate document. He was no longer a ghost. Besides, Dad prepared him an even bigger surprise, a cool-looking pickup truck. Little brother excitedly begged Mike to take him for a spin, and the duo treated the truck like a karaoke bar, shaking and swaying, resulting in sheer chaos. When Mom arrived, the car was wrecked. Luckily, he looked bloody but only scraped his scalp. Police were puzzled. Airbags deploy at 200 km/h. A child could suffer a mangled face or broken neck. Yet he came out unscathed. It was nothing short of a miracle. When Mom approached to comfort Mike, she noticed the countless bruises. Turns out, miracles were overrated. Mike covered his arm from the impact of the airbags during the crash, absorbing all the damage. At first, Mom couldn't fathom why he did that. After all, not many people could react that quickly. Until one day, when the teacher brought Mike's psychological evaluation, everything fell into place. His learning and social skills ranked last, yet his protective instincts are top-notch, always formidable. This was undoubtedly a big plus for him, but a deadly flaw on the football field. On the training field, Mike still didn't want to hurt anyone, and even when the coach yelled himself hoarse, it didn't help. Eventually, Mom couldn't take it anymore. She rushed over and grabbed Mike, saying, "As a forward, you need to protect your teammates just like you protect your family." She also brought in a short player from the team, saying he was like a little brother. Mike finally had an epiphany. Mom woke Mike up using a family approach, leaving the other players at least and. In the next training sessions, Mike was like a roaring beast awakened, no longer just a puppy but a true warrior.